everyone, Miss Parado here. Today we're going to be making a practice track from Essential Elements Book 1, page 28, number 106, French folk song. This is a very traditional folk song, and fortunately for you all, it's not terribly difficult. My suggestion to you all is to warm up with a D major scale before you start, and a really good warm-up for you to do beforehand is number 105, the D major scale in threes, so that you can get your brain thinking about 3-4 times before you start this. Let's talk about what might be a little strange for everybody. Because you're in 3-4 time, whenever you have a dotted half note, we've talked about this before, they need to be held out for 3 beats. So when you have your bow and it's moving, you need to think 1, 2, 3, not just 1, 2, and then move your bow. That, I think, is actually one of the hardest parts about this entire song. Luckily, the notes that you are playing, there's not anything new. Maybe a little bit in the basses when you shift to second and a half position, but we'll talk about that when we get to the basses. We're going to be going 90 beats per minute. If you don't have a metronome at home, then you can go into Google, type in online metronome, a slidey bar is going to show up, adjust it to 90, and then hit play. I hope this video helps you, and let's get into each instrument. Hi violins! Just like I said in the intro for this video for everybody, there's not a whole lot that should be too crazy for you. I would really focus on making sure your notes are going to be in tune, since it is in the key of D major, and you know a D major scale very well at this point, is making sure fingers are getting on the tapes, but also you might want to think about shadow bowing this before you start it so that you can train your arm to do that dotted half note. So you're thinking, if I'm just doing the first 4 measures, D, 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 C sharp, C sharp, C sharp, B, C sharp, D, 1, 2, 3, so that you can get used to how your bow would move during that time. Other than that, this song should be pretty easy for you, and I'm sure you've heard it before. So let's go ahead and do this practice track for you violins. Ready, violins? 1, ready, play. Yours is exactly the same fingering as the violins because you're also playing on the D and A strings, and that sounds the same as a violin because you share those same 2 strings. Same thing as the violins, make sure that your left hand is going to be getting in tune because it is D major, but the best thing you can do is make sure you're counting on those dotted half notes. So if you're shadow bowing, make sure, like this is just the first 4 measures for an example, then make sure you can practice doing that dotted half note first, maybe shadow bowing. So you'd think 1, 2, 3, C sharp, C sharp, C sharp, B, C sharp, D, 1, 2, 3. So you can get used to what that motion is going to be. Let's go ahead and play this for your violas. Ready? 1, ready, play. need to focus on making sure that your fingers are going to be getting on the tapes. I would say especially your third and fourth fingers. The other thing is you can practice shadow bowing with the bow in your lap so you can get those rhythms. Especially like if we're looking at the first four measures for an example, you can practice it with shadow bowing, thinking 1, 2, 3, C sharp, C sharp, C sharp, B, C sharp, D, 1, 2, 3. So you can practice those slow bows and know what that's going to feel like. Let's go ahead and start playing this for you cellos. Ready? 1, ready, play. So the main thing you actually have to worry about happens in the third and fourth measure. You do have to shift in this, but it's not terribly difficult. You've learned about second and a half position before, and this is actually going to help you. If the more you do this, the easier it will become over time. So if you look at the very beginning, you do have fourth finger high D, then second finger C sharp, and instead of going all the way back up to first position and playing a fourth finger A, you're actually going to put your first finger where your A is, and that's where second and a half position is. That way you're not going boom and then all the way back down to third to a second finger again. You're just going back a little bit and then second and fourth finger. So that all happens within one measure. So just so you know, that's what you're supposed to be doing, and that's what the Roman numeral 2 and the half means. You just go halfway back up. Other than that, I would definitely practice that little spot, but it's kind of self-explanatory otherwise. So let's go ahead and play this for you. Ready? 1, ready, play. Everyone, I hope this video helped you play French folk song. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. Bye.